How do we apply cittānupassanā in cultivating and maintaining a positive mind always, a positive mind always, so that we are not easily down and can handle problems better? How do we apply cittānupassanā in cultivating and maintaining a positive mind always, so that we are not easily down and handle problems better? When we talk about cittānupassanā, when you are out there, we are not doing cittānupassanā. No, just now, since we are talking about this cittānupassanā, now earlier we are talking about the four perception, right? The wrong perception. In the four foundation of mindfulness, each foundation has got its own purpose. The kaya-nupassana is the dominant overcoming of the wrong perception, is overcoming or abandoning the perception of beauty, so that to see the non-beautiful aspect of it. Yeah. Whereas the perception, the Vedana, the feelings, the Vedana here, the strong perception is to see the perception of dukkha, to counter the perception of sukha. Then the cittānupassana, the citta here has the to overcome the wrong perception of nicca or impermanence, because cittānupassana, the prominent aspect of it is to see the impermanence. And then the dhammanupassana overcomes abandon the wrong perception of atta, self, so that we can able to notice the anatta, the perception of anatta. So all the four foundation of mindfulness, they have all the objects of foundation of mindfulness, it got its own strength, but doesn't mean that it doesn't see other things. But the dominant one, it's very clear for that particular object. So when you say that doing cittānupassana in our everyday life, actually we are not doing cittānupassana in everyday life. Everyday life is impossible for us to do even cittānupassana, kaya-nupassana, or vedana-nupassana, or any form of mindfulness, or any form of four foundation of mindfulness. Because four foundation of mindfulness, it has to be thorough. It has to be thorough, and what we are doing here, then only it's called, in the sense of anupassana. So if you talk about cittānupassana, that means you have to notice how the mind is changing. The mind is this and this type of mind, that type of mind, and whatever that's going on inside there. That means the mind has to be thorough about the mind. Not just like this. I mean, it's still good, but it's not really cittānupassana. Like for example, when you're out there, then you're doing something, you feel greed arises. Oh, I feel the greed there. Then you're doing something else. Oh, I feel the joy there. I do something else. Oh, the mind is like that. This is precursor to cittānupassana, but this is not cittānupassana. You're aware of a mental formation, but you are not seeing the changes in the mental formation yet. So there's a difference. It's a precursor. It's a starting. But everyday life, can you see all the things are changing inside the mind? Not so easy. So you cannot call it cittānupassana. Don't dilute the word on cittānupassana. Or vedana-nupassana or kaya-nupassana. Not like, for example, some people say, oh, I go to the park, I do a bit of jogging, and I notice how my step, oh, I do kaya-nupassana. Boleh meh like that? Cannot. You cannot. You are diluting the words. You are diluting the words, This is not how you notice. If not, might as well, you are sick, oh, you're painful, then somebody go and congratulate you. Oh, you're seeing the dukkha nupasana right now. You cannot, because it's so painful. You're not able to. You having dukkha, but you're not seeing dukkha nupasana and so on. You see what I mean here? Even you feel the mind doesn't mean that but doesn't mean that it's no good. It's still good if you can able to feel it. Now, in order for us to able to use the mind to prevent a lot of unwholesome and to keep our mind positive and so on, that means both sides of the mind, wholesome and unwholesome, you have to acknowledge it also. Don't acknowledge that you want the happy ones and then the unhappy ones, you just want to cover them. Cannot do like that. In our world out there, when we are out there, when we are having greed, we have to acknowledge that the greed is there. There's greed in me. Or if you're angry, you know that it's anger in me. Then when you're able to recognize their characteristic in that sense, then only they will disappear. If you because when you look at them, this is anger, then the back of the mind knows that this is karma and so on and on. Then we don't want to to hold on to that state of mind. We want to let it go. So so in the world out there, when you're aware of the different states of mind, wholesome or unwholesome, that is very good for you. But this is not cittānupassanā. This awareness of the mind only, but not cittānupassanā. So if you do like that long enough, you notice your state of mind, then it's very good. Idang me bhavanang nibbanasa pachayo hotu. May my mental cultivation be a condition for the realization of Nibbana. Imang no punya bagang sabba sattanang dema. We share these merits with our departed ones, with all beings and all the devas. Sabbe satta sukhi hontu anumodantu. May all beings be happy. May they rejoice in these merits. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.